Hello again everyone, Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having Aries on the 5th house cusp in a natal chart. Now in astrology, the 5th house governs romance, love, creative endeavors, hobbies, children, entertainment, I guess we could say, well, amusement more, speculation. Now, the sign on the cusp of the 5th house can give characteristics to that house, and planets that inhabit the house can flavor the 5th house. Also, what's significant is to look at the ruler of the 5th house and see what house that planet is posited in, because this can show the energy that where the 5th house matters, or things related to the 5th house can be injected into. Also, if someone has progressions and transits that involve the 5th house, this could be especially important, especially if the person has an empty or vacant 5th house in their natal chart, as this can indicate greater activity in matters that are associated with the 5th house. Well, people, first thing is, if someone has Aries on the cusp of the 5th house in their natal chart, this could indicate, we look at this as the love romance sector of the horoscope of the natal chart, and this could show somebody that might be impetuous, impulsive in love matters, perhaps very spontaneous but aggressive as well. This can often be the type that would initiate the first move in a potential love relationship. They're often apt to speak their mind in matters associated with love. Aries can be an aloof sign. So if somebody approaches this person is apathetic regarding that person as far as a potential love, I guess you could say, mate, or a romantic relationship. This person may just walk the other way, so to speak. We look at the 5th house, and the 5th house governs children as well. So this could indicate somebody that may at least see their children as perhaps very assertive, very aggressive, maybe fearless. In some isolated instances, or seldomly, maybe this person may have some acrimonious or combative situations with children, possibly. I'm not saying necessarily physically, but perhaps at times maybe the situation with children might be contentious. This may be somebody that enjoys things as of a competitive nature as hobbies and interests. This could be something like fencing, boxing, wrestling, things that involve perhaps like combat to some degree, karate. This could be somebody that enjoys martial arts as a hobby. Metals, something with metals, maybe something that piques their interest. So hobbies connected with this, such as perhaps working in a metal shop, auto mechanics, even robotics in some instances. Maybe welding can be another thing that this person may be interested in, working as maybe doing things connected with like a machinist. Things that can be associated with metal. This person may enjoy sports, would be another thing, just in general as far as hobbies, maybe even watching them on TV. Maybe this person is an avid sports enthusiast, especially the ones that really show a strong competitive nature. Now, being that the 5th house rules, we look at this as the 5th house is connected with speculation as well, and the person may need to be careful because they may be a little bit very impulsive in matters connected with speculation, and may need to adopt a little more of, I guess we could say, a premeditative outlook as far as this goes, and be a little bit more prudent, because the person may have a propensity to gamble. If this person is a gambler, to gamble maybe a little bit recklessly and be maybe a little more aggressive than he or she needs to be. So that is something to look at as far as Aries on the 5th house cusp goes. And this could be somebody that could be very ardent and amorous as far as the love nature goes, and be very courageous in terms of standing up for for whether it's a significant other or just a romantic partner, however you want to say it. And this person may also speak his or her mind in matters connected with love and romance. But the danger is, of course, being a little bit too impatient, and if things don't proceed or move along at the way that this person thinks they should, they might give up on that love interest and then move on to another one. So that's something to consider with Aries on the cusp of the 5th house in a natal chart. And this person may be very aggressive and assertive in matters as far as their creativity goes, and might be very original and pioneering in these matters as well. And this could be somebody that might embark on a number of creative endeavors, sometimes simultaneously. But as you know, Aries is not always associated with persistence due to the impatient nature of the sign. And in this case, that could very strongly apply to things of a creative nature. And anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having Aries on the cusp of the 5th house in the natal chart. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having the zodiac sign Taurus on the 5th house in the natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.